This is Tiny Pebbles Media Stories. After winning several archery contests, a young and rather boastful champion challenged a Zen master who was renowned for his skill as an archer. The young man demonstrated remarkable skill when he hit a distant bull's eye on his first try, and then split that arrow with his second shot. "There," the archer said to the old master, "see if you can match that." Undisturbed, the master did not draw his bow, but rather motioned for the young archer to follow him up the mountain. Curious about the master's intentions, the champion followed him high into the mountain until they reached a deep void spanned by a rather flimsy and shaky wooden log. Calmly stepping out onto the middle of the unsteady and certainly dangerous bridge, the old master picked a far-away tree as a target, drew his bow, and fired a clean, direct hit. "Now it is your turn," said the old man, gracefully stepping back onto the safe ground. Staring with terror into the seemingly bottomless and beckoning pit, the young man could not force himself to step out onto the log. Forget about shooting any target. You have much skill with your bow, but little skill with the mind that lets loose the shot, concluded the master. Isn't this what happens to all of us in our extremely busy, stressful and chaotic lives? We might be good at what we do, but suddenly something blows up and we find ourselves in the middle of chaos and high stress. This is exactly when we need the Zen mind, or the art of letting go. In our lives, it is not always life or death situations, but we all immediately make assumptions of what may or may not happen. And almost always the assumptions are about things that may or could go wrong. The fact is we don't have complete control over every scenario. All we can do is do our work, and the assumptions, imagination, the fear, and the stress are only getting in the way. So, if we can let go of this imagination, the expected outcome, we can let go of the fear and the stress. And in doing so we attain peace of mind no matter what chaos and stressful events we may be facing. How do we do that? When in a situation that feels stressful, try to follow these 5 steps. First, notice why you're stressed. What external event is stressing you? Why is it stressing you out? What fear do you have? Second, notice what you're holding onto. If your response is fear, it's because you're holding onto something. It's probably an imagination, an assumed situation, or wanting to control something. Wanting something to turn out a certain way. If you're saying, "He should do this," or "It should be like this," then you're holding onto an expectation or outcome. Third, realize that it's not real. This imagination, this expectation, this wishing you could control things, it's just made up in your head. To be fair, we all do it. But it's not a real thing. If it's not real, we can let it go. 4. See that it's hurting you. This thing you've made up is causing you stress, and making your life less enjoyable. It's causing you pain. Realize this. 5. Let go. If something you've made up is causing pain, why hold onto it? It's not worth it. By letting go, you release the pain, and are just left with you and the work you need to do. This may all sound like it's easier said than done. In the real world, it takes a lot of practice, and we often forget about this process when things really hit the fan. But that is okay. Life is a constant practice. Keep practicing, and let go of wanting to be perfect at it. Just in making the attempts, you're already perfect. This is Tiny Pebbles Media. Do subscribe and stay connected. And have a great day.